Help! Help me. I'm stuck in a glass of rosé, y'all. You know what it is, man. Oh, man. Thank you guys for coming in early. We appreciate y'all. Savage AF is the name of the show. My name is Black Pedro. In my right hand, I have a mic. In my left hand, I have another mic that I speak through. It's called Rosé. Brosé, if you're chilling with the homies, you know what it is. What up, though, y'all? If you're drinking, stop thinking, man. Savage AF is the name of the show. As you can tell by the shot here, it's a solo joint today. Shanga Dang, Break a Leg, bro, is he's taping something today. So he's on set, or will be very shortly, which is always a cool thing to be. But I appreciate y'all for gathering here. Wendy, I see you, mama. Breezy JJ, Stacy P, hey. Nicole H, so dedicated. I love y'all, man. Garlene Kane, I see y'all, man. We thank you for joining in. Mondays through Fridays, we're here. Monday and Friday, typically we're on at 3 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Typically on Tuesdays through Thursdays, we're on at 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Cheers right back to y'all. Miss Adverb in here? I didn't even see her. Where's she at? Oh, there she go. Still owing me money. Yep. We love y'all, though. For those who don't know, that, you know, that's a reference to Miss Adverb getting me pregnant years ago. I still haven't had the baby because I'm not letting go of this child until I see some money. Okay, that's how y'all do us. That's how we gonna do you. Men, get pregnant. Take back the power in the relationship. All right. Let her impregnate you, bro. Get at it. That's where the money is. Okay. Look. Checks in the mail. Which mail? USPS, FedEx. What you doing? DHL? There's 4 trucks outside right now. Not one of them is rolling up to the door right now. But whatever. You know what it is. AJ Fit, I see you, big doubt. Guys, if you don't catch us live on YouTube, LinkedIn, or sometimes Facebook, which still is, I don't know what the fuck is happening, but Facebook is fucking up on us. But we are on YouTube live, which means that you do need to be right here, youtube.com/c/SavageAF world. I'm gonna hit y'all with the visuals real quick. You want to do a little something like this. That's all you got to do, dog. Once you get to youtube.com/c/SavageAF world, you see it's right here. It's right. I can't. It's hard to do this sometimes, but right there. All right. That's what you want to do is subscribe, get your notifications, so you click the bell, and you know, in case we don't come on live or you can't join us live, you can catch the show archived on YouTube. Okay, that's how we do that. We're also on Facebook. Savage A.F. All right. A.F. Savage A.F. That's the page on Facebook. Make sure you get at it. And then on the Instagrams, you see me right here. I got a little better at it that time. On IG at Black Pedro. Make sure you're doing at comedian Shang. Okay. Bam. Right there for you. At comedian Shang. That's with a G. It's not Shane or Shank or Shep or whatever. You know, it's Shang, like Shanghai. And then most importantly, make sure that you are following the show's Instagram page at Savage AF Radio on IG. That's scrolling across the bottom of the screen. I'm not going to take up too much time with this, guys, because it's just me. I got to do a shorter show today anyway. So we're just gonna get into it, man. Let's just get into this shit. Fuck we talking about, son. I got rosé today, nigga. We hardcore. This shit is light and crisp. It's a palate cleanser. That's like the least hardest thing I've said all week. We're gonna end today's show with the Black Pedro pop-in, not with the Shangry, because the Shanger isn't here. But we are going to talk about matters of opinion in my Black Pedro pop-in today. But before we get into that, let's talk about the money shot. And no, I'm not talking about porn. Okay, I'm talking about the fact that if you don't get a shot, you might not get no money from your job or from unemployment. So let's talk about it. What does that mean? Before we get into that, though, cruising for bruising. A judge rules against Florida Governor Ron Dumb-Santis. You're welcome, guys. Ron Dumb-Santis over his objection and overrule. He tried to outlaw cruise ships from mandating vaccination requirements on their ships. Let's talk about that. But before we get into that, guys, it is August 9th, 2021. It's a Monday. If there's such a thing as a good Monday, have one on me. My mother had a phrase. She still says it every now and then. She's getting old, so she can't remember what she said already. But she used to say, you send the kids to school, you buy them books, and what do? They eat the books. Which I guess was her way of saying, I've done everything I can for you, and you still ain't learning shit. Which I don't think she was trying to apply directly to me, but with some, I think, sort of generational commentary. She a baby boomer, Gen X. I'm like, this your fault. Y'all raised us like this. But speaking of eat the books, at colleges like University of North Carolina and several others around the nation, understand that over 400 universities are requiring vaccines for students to return to campus and faculty as well. But specifically at a campus like UNC, which is a huge school, Chapel Hill, man. Come on, we know it. Basketball, they're known for. It's a huge school, large campus population. Kids are out there. They in these streets, and they're doing the fake vax cards. Now I know somebody on here was slanging them things last week, or trying to slang fake. I think we had a $50. No, it went from $10 to $100, and I can't remember who was slanging them things last week, but the motherfucking markup was ridiculous. Okay. Now apparently they're going for 200. So apparently you might have undershot yourself, but to start at 10 and go to 100, whoever that was in the feed, one of you ladies, y'all savages. But the kids are out here. They're already on the fake vax card, which just for me is always a funny thing for me. I was having a conversation with somebody last week about Nicole H slanging them things again. It was you, Nicole. I know it was. I know it would. Look, now you're getting underbid. AJ got him for 150. Hey, 45, 50, 55, 4445. I can't even. How do people understand the auction, motherfuckers? I don't. That's like country shit to me. But anyways, I'm from the North. But it always trips me out when like criminals put in way more work than a job. Like I really feel like we got it for $149.99. AJ Fit, are you coming down or what, brother? All right, so like, I look at a movie and it's obviously fictional, but I still look at it like Ocean's 11, 12, 13, whichever one. I feel like at a certain point, it would have just been easier for any of the motherfuckers to just get a job than to have to assemble 11, 12, 13 motherfuckers, each who have a specific skill that applies only to this one moment where we can perfectly time out and plan for years about it. Like, nigga, just get a job. Like, if you got to do all that work to steal, rob, cheat, lie, just get a job. Now, I'm not saying that printing out vax cards, fake ones, is so hard. You know what I mean? Maybe that it's not the most laborious heist of all time or scam. But at the same time, for me, getting the vax is pretty easy. So, rather than create a whole business model where I gotta, because think about the overhead of your new fake vax business, right? You got to get paper product, okay? That's required. Okay, ink. Well, how you gonna print the shit? You need a printer, okay? That's machinery, okay? We're already like $37 in, okay? Printers are cheap now, but still. And then just the time to, and then I don't know. Like today earlier, I was trying to print out some lines for an audition, and the Bluetooth wasn't linking up properly with the printer, so it took way too long for me to print literally one page for 2 lines than it ever should in life ever. So I don't know. I see you guys are still over here. I'm talking about not selling fake vax cards, and y'all niggas have opened up a market in my comment section. This is the most savage audience on the fucking interwebs. I don't get you guys. Nicole got vax card as a side hustle. AJ Fit is offering 75 with 10% off on Sundays. Okay. You got a Lord's Day special. What is it? Come on, Fit. Come on, AJ. But my thing is that at a certain point, it just seems like it would have been easier to just get vaxxed than to have to, buy a fake card, get busted for it. It's like a 16-year-old trying to pass for 21 and get in the bar. It's like you wasted $85 good trying to get into this a bar called Whiskey Dick's. Ain't nothing in there, girl. Go to school. Stay in school. Don't eat the books. Read the books. Well, since we started this segment, the prices have really, really dropped. And this is, it's capitalism at its finest. Supply, demand, competition. It's going to bring the price down, right? Let me see. Breezy JJ's now has for $89.99, but wait. If you order now, we'll send you a second one for free. Just pay shipping and handling, which is usually 3 times the original price. I'm like, nigga, what ship did you put this on, and who fucking handled this? Okay, because you just charged me another whole full price. Okay, for just to put it in the envelope and lick the thing, and then stick it in the slot. So, yeah. So, again, I'm not going to be the one that says, hey, you have to get vaxxed, but rather than fake it, it's almost like faking a pilot's license or something. And then being like, yeah, no, I'm going to fly the plane today. I got y'all. And you don't really know how to fly. Like, you're putting a lot of other people in jeopardy. So rather than fake it, why not just stay home and do the virtual thing again, or in these universities that are requiring vaccinations, I should say, it's not, there is an either or to it, right? You can either get vaccinated and then go about your business, or continue to mask and isolate and test regularly if you're going to come back to campus. So they're not even saying you can't come back to campus if you're not vaccinated. What they're really saying is that either come back vaccinated and live your life, or come back unvaccinated, and we're going to have to, check your papers every other day, 3 days, 4 days, like all your papers. And they might have to Gestapo you. It's all in the name of science, guys, as it always is. But the reality is you can still go back to school, but you have to subject yourself to, regular testing, which is a responsible thing to do. So I don't know why you would want to fake it and potentially spread more disease around your campus, to yourself, friends, maybe go home and spread it to loved ones and family. Like, just get vaxxed or get tested regularly, guys. Like, but to fake something like this is quite dangerous. So, Savage AF, fuck your feelings. Facts matter. Black Pedro says it right here. I'm rolling solo dolo. It's solo dro today. But I'm going to say, fuck you if you're out there faking vax cards, okay? Fuck all your little business models right now. Your $89.99 and all that. We can't do it, y'all. We cannot do that, okay? We need real IDs here or real testing. The fake vax card is so unhelpful to the society. It is not what we need. Nicole H. Negro, fake it till you make it is not applicable here. Fake it until you make what? Everybody sick? And I love you, Nicole H. I know you're funny. I know you got jokes. But God damn it. God damn it. Miss Adverb says, mention that myself and Shang, or Shang actually got parvo stamped. That's a dog killing reference. I know what you're doing. I know what you're doing, Miss Adverb. Why you bringing up old shit? Man hit a dog with a stick. The dog didn't win. Okay. I don't know if that was his intention going in. I don't know how premeditated it was. But yeah, that dog definitely doesn't have parvo anymore. All right. So Mr. Stun said, I'm only faking it to be left alone. I still will isolate and mask up. All right. Well, please isolate and mask up. Just, do your part. Do your part. Right? Nobody's trying to berate you about the vax anymore, but there are alternatives. Okay. Mask, isolate, test, or vax. Or long walk, short pier. 3 options. I gave you a third, guys. That's a trifecta. The Holy Trinity is built off of it. So let's go, y'all. Savage AF, man. We're here Monday through Friday, YouTube Live. Make sure you're on our YouTube page, youtube.com/C/Savage AF World. It's all one word, guys. All one word. All right, man. So from here, I find it's pretty ignorant to let me see, fake vax cards and whatnot. It's like just do the work or get the fuck out of town. But staying with that similar ignorance, we were just in North Carolina. So let's just go a little further down the coast to one of our favorite pandemic locations. Happens to be the epicenter of the epidemic here in America right now. It is America's flaccid penis, located at the southernmost southeast corner. And we do call it Florida. Okay. If you like to rap, we call it Flo Rida, but Florida is really what she is. Your governor down there, guys, for all you Floridians, Ron Dumb-Santis. Oh, good, man. That was just good. It felt good when I said it. He's had this thing where the cruise ships, it's a port town. It's a peninsular state. Atlantic Ocean, Gulf Coast. It has all those coasts. A lot of cruise ships pull into there, into Florida, Miami, and whatnot. Dumb-Santis, the governor, Ron Dumb-Santis, has long been trying to ban cruise ships from mandating, vaccination proof of vaccination to board their ships. So if you've never been on a cruise, I went on one like 4 years ago. Okay. As a feat of engineering, cruise ships are phenomenal. Like, they are astonishingly remarkable. It's like, imagine if your hotel came to pick you up, right? It's just a floating hotel resort with like everything on that motherfucker. Okay. We went on a Baltic Sea cruise. Okay. Our cruise ship had an airport inside of it. Yeah. Yeah. There were bus routes on the ship just to get from one end to the other. Okay. I'm like, does the 210 stop by the Schooner's Lounge? Thank you. These things are remarkable in terms of the engineering and the amount of entertainment that they can pack in there. However, they are floating germ buckets. Okay. You will be healthier sticking your tongue in a donkey's ass than you will just floating around a cruise ship for 2 weeks. Okay. They ask you to use hand sanitizer everywhere. Okay. It's just a filth bucket of germ ducketness. Okay. The same air circulating, the nigga that coughed 3 days ago, that's still here. Those particles are still here on the boat. Okay. Just floating. All right. So it's remarkable to me that Dumb-Santis would want to prevent floating petri dishes from regulating germs. Like, I really don't. Archeo Mom, ain't no need to judge your cruise. She said Pedro experienced a way better cruise than she did. She would never go again. I didn't say I would go again. I didn't say that, Archeo Mom. Okay. Think I got my fill too. Yeah, it's kind of like on day 3, you're like, I've been everywhere on this floating hotel. And I'm just going to sit at this bar until we get back to Sweden. But hey, cruise life, I say everybody do it once, but they are literally floating just germ havens. If germs got together and was like, where y'all want to hang out this weekend? They're like, nigga, every cruise ship on Earth. Okay. So I just really don't understand. Miss Furlow speaks. I see. I really don't understand the governor of Florida, Ron Dumb-Santis, like, preventing cruise ships from clean, like, from being clean. Like, look at this cruise. It's got an amusement park, a golf course. I mean, come on, guys. Like, these are just places where people die. Okay, kids are there. They're filthy. Like, filthy. Your children are filthy. Yeah. What was the couple that recently got exposed for, like, they only clean their kids when they see the dirt? It's a Hollywood couple. It's disgusting. And they will bring those filthy, visually dirty kids onto your cruise ship and have them lick and touch everything. Okay, so Ron Dumb-Santis, I called him Trump Jr. last week. He's clearly taking up that position of I just don't give a fuck. I just don't understand the strategy at this point, because last election we clearly saw that Trumpty Dumpty lost. Oh, it was Ashton Kutcher, Stacey P. Yep. That sounds about right. He looked like the kind of guy that don't wash himself. So how you going to take the time to do it for another person? It's like being on an airplane. You got to put the mask on yourself first before you help anybody else. So you got to take the washcloth and wash your own ass. And this is the motion of ass washing. Okay. I'm not going to let you see everything because you know what's down there, guys. All right. Let's grow up. But you should be get the crack, get in there, wiggle it around with some suds. Let some suds get in there, man. Wash your ass. Okay. And wash your kids' ass. So if you don't wash your own ass, then you're not going to wash your kids' ass. Okay. But I don't really understand the strategy when we clearly see that Trumpty Dumpty lost in the second election. As much as he hunkered down, and yeah, you got your base. You got a bunch of like moderate Republicans out there they're just going to vote for the party in the tax break. So they don't care, like, whatever. They'll side up with Hicks and whatnot. And it still wasn't enough, right? Close, fairly, relatively, but still was not enough to win the presidency. So I don't understand, like, doubling down and really, digging into your base, which isn't enough to hold you. And then when you add in the moderates who are going to go with it anyways or whatever, like it's just not enough. There's not enough people who think like this, Ron DeSantis, or who don't think at all, to get you into the White House. So I really don't understand the double down, other than, his mind is completely honky-fied. I'm not sure if that's a medical condition or a clinically psychological condition, but his mind seems to be honky-fied beyond any point of reason and logic. So Florida, have your state, whatever. But these boats, man, they're international. People come from all over the world to get on these boats. I'm not even sure this man should have the power, the right, any kind of ability to comment on what these privately owned companies, how they decide to run their business. Okay. Yeah, they're pulling into your port, but then they're pulling back out, and then they got to deal with this shit in open water, out in open sea. And the last thing you want is fucking zombie cruises pulling back up into your port and motherfuckers slobbing and biting everywhere. So, you know, Ron Dumb-Santis, this isn't an official category on this show, but he's definitely a dick nugget of the week for, just kind of ruling against logic. But I guess ultimately I did want to report that a federal judge did rule against his Dumb-Santisness and says that cruise ships can, screen their passengers to make sure that they're vaccinated before they get on their floating germ farm. It's like, it's not that hard, man. It's not that hard. You know what might be that hard though? I know we got people out there who are anti-vaxxers. I get it. I know. Again, I'm not telling you what to do. I'm telling you, you have options. Either vax or isolate and mask up, or long walk, short pier. But what might not get easier for you is making money, dog. Because a lot of jobs are going to start requiring their employees to be vaccinated. And as it turns out, it looks like if you refuse to go to work because of vaccinations, you will also be forfeiting your whatever unemployment benefits you may have accrued and be or thought to have been entitled to. For those who don't know, and I don't know who doesn't know how unemployment works after 2020, the 1% and a lot of rich people, but I think a lot of us learned how unemployment works last year in 2020. And the reality is, if you're not, quote unquote, looking for a job, okay, then you are not eligible for benefit. You can't just sit back and be like, oh, nigga, give me this motherfucker. Let me get this check right quick. You know what I'm saying? Can't do that. Can't do that. Miss Adverb, the twin thing is not confirmed, okay? I can't tell if it's one actively kicking or if they're doing a tandem thing. I don't know. So let's stay scientific with this, okay? Because the last thing you want is to have to send me 2 checks. Okay, I'm gonna tell you that right now. You better pray this is one nigga with 4 feet. Okay. But if you refuse to go to work when you were healthy and able to work, no matter what the unemployment office don't give a fuck. There ain't no reason for that. Yeah, I just didn't feel like it, or I don't like Wednesdays, nigga. No. You're not getting not a dollar. And what we're heading towards are those who don't want to get vaccinated in order to return to their job also will not be able to collect unemployment, which means you're going to have to find another job, which might require you to get vaccinated. And now you're between the rock and a vax place, right? Where it's like, what is you going to do? What is the job that doesn't require vaccinations? Licking Ron Dumb-Santis' ass? There's not, we're heading towards a place where there's not going to be a lot of things you're going to be able to do without getting vaxxed, probably, man. To be honest, and say what you want. Nicole H., she's thinking out the box, online teaching. Cool. Let's do it. Go on, girl. I'm not saying, like I said, it's not going to be a lot of things you're going to be able to do, right? It will limit your choices. And when you get there, you're going to have to choose, guys. So this is just more of a, I'm just offering up info for you guys to use to weigh your choices. Cause I know a lot of you out there do not want to get vaccinated. Don't trust it. And can't do it. I don't know what's in it. I feel you, bro. I don't know what they put in me. They put Pfizer vaccine in me. mRNA. It didn't do a goddamn thing for me. It did. I mean, to me, I should say, right? It didn't. I got no side effects. I got nothing from it. So yeah, part of me is like, did y'all niggas put water in me? I don't know. As far as I can tell, it's nothing harmful. But if you can't do it, if you just can't take that step, you are beginning to put yourself in a precarious position societally, which is to say that where you gonna go, dog? Like, you can't be an online construction worker, Nicole, you know? And some motherfuckers ain't online. And I'm gonna bet that there is somewhat of a correlation. And AJ Fit, I agree with you. He says having your own business. What kind of business, though? Is it a business where you have to interact with people in public or whatever, you know, or is it online? You know, like even owning your own business, though, might not relieve you of this, you know, burden / responsibility of having to weigh, you know, your vaccination options versus your income options, right? So absolutely, everybody should have their own business. I'm my own business. You know, we're currently in the red, but fuck you, man. But even still, like there's only going to be a limited number of things that you can do. And I bet there's a correlation between, you know, certain amount of anti-vaxxers who also don't have the skill sets like AJ's fit to start their own business or to teach online, Nicole H, because, you know, they don't have enough teeth. You know, so that being said, their options are limited. There is a certain percentage of the anti-vax population who have very limited options in terms of earning money. And for many of those people, that those fields probably lie somewhere, you know, in the realm of you got to be vaxxed to work here. I mean, Tyson Chicken or Tyson Foods, right? Huge outbreaks last year are finally getting around to, okay, we need everybody vaccinated before we can, you know, really move forward with this. I think so. Most of the guys down at the poultry processing plant, you know, they're probably not waiting to hear back from their publisher about their novel or whatever, right? Like, you know, they just bought a URL for their fucking online store. Like, no, man. They go there, they grind out shoulder to shoulder next to people all day, in close proximity, in germ spreading cruise-like conditions. So those people are, you know, if they don't want to get vaxxed, they're going to be asked out. So this was just a bit of info for y'all, just to be able to weigh your options, hopefully, you know, sort of more accurately or with greater care and more information. The more you know, guys. All right, man. I feel like I've babbled enough by myself, so we're getting close to time to, you know, bring this thing on down to the end. No shame today, guys. I am Black Pedro. Thank you for sticking with me today. Savage AF is the show. But before we get out of here, man, I would be remiss if I didn't leave you with a little something like this.
Hey, it's your boy Black Pedro, popping in, hey, with another poppin' to let you know what's poppin'.
Hey, it's your boy Black Pedro with another poppin' to let you know what's poppin', yeah. Rose is popping today. Brose, if you're doing it with the fellas, homie. You know what it is, man. So, all right, check this out, guys. Today, my Black Pedro poppin' is about matters of opinion. Okay. One thing that matters on this show, the most important thing that matters on this show are facts. Right? Fuck your feelings. Facts matter. But outside of that, without those, and when I say those, I mean facts, pretty much everybody else is left up to their opinion. Okay. The president of the Black Lives Matter Utah chapter, I'm reading this from Newsweek, announced Sunday that she is resigning from her post due to death threats pouring in over a controversial social media post about the American flag. Lex Scott is her name. Lex, Lex Scott. First of all, kudos for trying to start or having Black Lives Matter in Utah. Because I feel like it was probably just her. And she could have called it This Black Life Matters. Instead of like Black Lives. Because I feel like there ain't no Black Lives, plural, in Utah. It's like Mia Love, the former representative, and then looks like Lex Scott. So I hope both you ladies got out on time. But she is leaving Utah. She's moving the fuck out. With these death threats. Apparently, recently somebody attempted to climb over the fence to her yard and broach her personal property. So I guess for me, it's interesting. I just want to talk about that line that we all seem to be approaching, where at some point there are a lot of people out here that really feel like their opinion matters so much that they have the right, the responsibility, the obligation. Nicole H says 1.19% Black population in Utah. You've just earned the title of Savage AF statistician. Nicole H, thank you. But that sounds about right. I'm like, oh, they doubled their population last year. Okay, that's 1.19%. Okay, go ahead. But I think as a society, we're reaching a point where far too many people feel that their opinion matters so much that they have the right, responsibility, obligation to go be violent about it. You know? And listen, man, I see at least 7 people per day that I want to full on kung fu kick in the head, man. Like, I just really want to lay these motherfuckers out for saying stupid shit, doing stupid shit, being stupid as shit. I really want to fuck some people up. Your desire, your opinions are not a reason to do that. Okay? Utah, you wrong for this. And your Mormon magic underwear should be ashamed. Okay? Black women out here expressing their political opinion. And all these motherfuckers think they have the right. And you know, it's a bunch of cracker ass white dudes who are like, we gonna string you up and skin you alive and burn your meat and jerkify your feet. And like, it's like, all right, tough guy. You sending anonymous notes and breathy voice. Like, get the fuck out of here, bro. Like, really, though, get the fuck out of here. I don't know what the fuck makes you think. And we've seen it historically. You know, they assassinate our leaders, our speakers, our, you know, our role models, just to kill dreams, to kill vision and purpose. But I don't know where that comes from. I've long since reached a point in which I no longer strive to understand minds like this. I just understand that they exist, and I'm personally developing systems to be able to counter any mentality that wants to infringe upon my personal being in that manner. But that being said, we are at this line where people are really beside themselves and really feel like they need to express themselves violently based on somebody else's opinion that they don't like. And, I hate to get back to our, second, third grade kindergarten lessons, but violence isn't the answer, guys. All right. Sometimes it's the response, but it can't be the answer, right? Like, so come with it if you want to. Get as mad as you want to about your opinions, but the second you start talking violent to me about my opinions and what you want to do to my life based on words that I've said, bruh, we got plenty of turn up over here too, right? So, I would encourage everybody to check themselves before you allow your emotions, anger, intensity to take over your personal state. Stay clean in the mind. Breathe through this shit. Don't let people affect you. But when they try to, I fully endorse busting ass. Okay, you bust all the ass. Lex Scott, if I was you, girl, the first motherfucker I see coming over my fence, we we hunting. Oh, I thought you was a cougar. My bad. No, you look like a coyote from my living room. Sorry. That's me though, guys. Hey, I try to talk first, do shit later. That's my Black Pedro pop in for today, guys. I hope any or some of this was helpful at all to anybody. If not, fuck all those people. All right, shit. I tried my best, and by myself. Okay, I got a bar and a couch, and that's it. That's what I'm working with. That's my staff. 2 cats in this motherfucker. Okay, so you try paying cats to write for you. It's tough. They don't, even though sometimes we find a hard worker, but those are rare. They're few and far between. Most of them is you get an assistant, and most of them, they flop like that. So that's where we are, y'all. Savage AF. That's the show for today. Thank you guys for sticking around with us. Everybody who was here today, Miss Adverb, go get my money, girl. Get off this computer. Breezy JJs, we love all y'all. Nicole, H. Garden, Kane, everybody for stopping through. Wendy's, AJ Fit. Oh man, thank y'all so much. We will be back here tomorrow. It'll be a Tuesday, which means 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Okay, set your clock now. That's how we do it here. Savage AF. I'm Black Pedro. Comedian Shang will be back tomorrow. God willing, and the creek don't rise. Until then, y'all, stay safe and keep your finger out your nose.